We're all waiting for that one big moment, aren't we? That one major decision that will finally change everything. Quitting the job, moving to a new city, ending the relationship. But what if the decision that actually rewrites your life isn't on that list? It's a small, quiet mindset shift that, once you make it, starts a domino effect you can't imagine. And today, we're going to talk about exactly what that is and how to make it happen. We have this idea that to get a different life, we need some huge, earth-shattering moment of change. But what if that whole idea has it backward? Think about it. Those big, dramatic actions, they aren't actually the start of a transformation. They're often the result of one that has already begun on the inside. The real decision, the one that truly rewrites your future, is the choice to stop focusing on the outcomes you want to achieve and to start focusing on the person you want to become. This is the first domino. It's a small, almost invisible shift in perspective, but its only job is to tip over the next domino, and then the next, setting off a chain reaction that makes those big life changes feel almost natural. The key to lasting change isn't some radical overhaul. It's the small, strategic victory that starts a cascade of good things. Okay, so how do you actually do this? How do you turn this idea into something real? It boils down to 3 practical steps. First, choose your identity, not your goal. Our behaviors are a reflection of the person we believe we are. So, instead of saying, I want to write a book, your new decision is, I am a writer. Instead of, I want to get fit, it's, I am a healthy person. This seems simple, but it's profound. A goal is a temporary target you hit. An identity is who you are. When you decide you are a writer, the question in your head changes from, how do I find the motivation to write a book? To, what would a writer do today? Second, focus on the first 2 minutes. The way you make this new identity real is by taking an action so small that it's almost impossible to say no to. Instead of trying to write a whole chapter, you just open the document and write 1 sentence. Instead of a 1-hour workout, you just put on your running shoes and step outside. This isn't about reaching the goal. It's about casting a vote for your new identity. It's an action so tiny it bypasses your brain's resistance and starts to carve a new path. Third, create evidence, not pressure. Every time you perform that 2-minute action, you are generating proof. You are providing evidence to your brain that you really are this new person. 1 sentence proves you're a writer. 1 walk around the block proves you're a healthy person. This creates a powerful feedback loop. The more evidence you collect, the more you believe in your new identity. And the more you believe, the easier it becomes to take slightly bigger actions. That 1 sentence becomes a paragraph. That walk becomes a run. This is the domino effect in action. Small, consistent actions compounding into significant results. You might be skeptical. Can putting on your shoes really lead to running a marathon? The answer has to do with how our brains are wired. Lasting habits aren't built on superhuman willpower. They are formed through repetition. In fact, habits reduce our reliance on willpower, which is a limited resource. When you consistently perform these tiny actions, you are physically strengthening the neural pathways in your brain associated with that behavior. This is a process known as neuroplasticity. You're not trying to force a massive change. You are simply teaching your brain to operate from a new default. It slowly changes from the brain of someone who wants to be different to the brain of someone who is different, making the behavior more automatic over time. So, before we wrap this up, I want you to commit to your first domino. In the comments below, tell me 1 identity you want to step into. Are you a reader, an artist, an entrepreneur? Declare it. I want to read every single one. The decision that will rewrite your life isn't some far-off, monumental event you need to build up courage for. It's the small, quiet choice you can make today. It is the decision to stop chasing outcomes and to start embodying an identity. Choose who you want to become. Then, take 1 2-minute action to prove it to yourself. That is the first domino. That is the decision that changes everything.